Hello and welcome to Movie Reviews 101. I am Darren and today we're going to talk about the horror thriller The Nest. Directed by James Sattles and starring horror icon Dee Wallace, Sarah Novetti and Maple Sattles. And the movie here follows a young girl who gets a new teddy bear, only to see her change when a deadly parasitic creature comes into her family's life. Wow, that sounds like it's going to be a really interesting concept for a movie, because it's such an innocent approach to how something evil could come into the house. So, without further ado, here are the 3 ups. First of all is how the story unfolds. As I mentioned, it's quite an innocent approach to a story. It's a teddy bear, and that means that while we've seen other movies do this, be it with items that have then become an evil demonic possession, this movie plays out very much like it's a demonic possession, even though there's a creature of sorts involved, with the idea that the young girl starts to act up against her family, and everything about it just seems to get a bit more creepy and disturbing and almost sinister in the film. And this is really interesting to watch. This is by far like the more concept heavy part of this movie, bringing a little fresh twist to what we've seen many times. Number 2 is the creature's appearance itself. Well, we know in a good creature feature you get little bits and they come and get bigger and bigger as the film unfolds. This does everything we need it to be disturbing. We're just seeing like an antenna or something. It's very cool with how this handles it, all the introductions. And finally, the teddy bear itself is kind of creepy. It's got weird looking eyes that just don't really fit the bear's head. I just thought it was weird to see. But anyway, that's the 3 ups. Now it's the 3 downs. So, we could probably say this is one of the more basic horror thrillers, like, without it being too disrespectful with that term. It does everything it needs to do, but it could probably do it with a little bit of time cut off. It doesn't need to be 140, it's about a 125 movie. I know picking time is one of the more annoying things to do in horror, and then when you're talking films, but for this one, a bit more condensed, you would have got a lot more out of certain sequences instead of dragging something along rather than needed to be. And another problem with a lot of these like demonic-y type roles slash whatever we get in this movie is that the father figure is not really involved. It's always like the mother figure dealing with what's happening, and this one is no different. Like, the father figure's there. I think I could barely remember his name or what he does. He's just in the film. He pops up a lot more than you would think, but he just doesn't do anything for the story. And this also goes for the last down. And when you hire a horror icon of Dee Wallace's level, you would like to see the character have a bit more to do. Well, there is an importance to the family. It's, in fairness, like, anyone could have done this role, but it doesn't get anything extra from who it is playing it, which is sad to see because we could have had a lot more gravity to her character. But overall, this is a nice like twist on the creature feature idea of a bit of demonic possession, which I'll probably find out is the only me that sees this in this film. But how I said it, I will go and die on the sword with it. But it is filled with a lot of dread, and that's what I really liked about this movie. I'm going to give this movie a 3 out of 5. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this movie. And until next time, enjoy your movies and goodbye.